Thank you, Novi. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
I'm impressed that you're here. Believe me, but what's interesting is today is what I think is a convergence. When you think about it, it's springtime, it's Lent, it's spring break, it's daylight savings time, and it rained in San Antonio. That does not happen that often. Today I'm going to talk about interviewing potential customers, clients, and really it's for the customers that you have right now. I think they say before you do something, you always have to do something else first. A reminder is that when you're interviewing your clients, take notes. Have a Moleskine or a Daytimer or even an iPad. And there's something that's very important for you to do is to ask permission. Do you mind if I take notes? I think sometimes that we don't give people enough respect, and it's something that if you're sitting with your client asking them questions and you're writing, they're probably wondering, what are they writing about? So I think it's important to ask that. Our focus for today is approaching potential clients, finding the decision maker, finding objections prior to and during your meeting, asking the right questions in which we'll get to the end. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to think about a good question that you ask your customers or your clients, closing the sale with a question and an action plan for new habits. This is a picture that I sent to my wife. If you can't see it, it's Steve Martin ironing a kitten. The caption is, I'm ironing a kitten. Your argument is invalid. When I think about the biggest problem I have, it's my stubbornness. How many things are you doing that are like ironing a kitten, but you hold on to them so firm and so fast, it's as if I would say, well, this is how we always do business. So think about, especially this time of year, what you're doing in your business and how you can change. And open your mind to what I have to tell you today. There's an evaluation form that we have. If you'll fold it right now and look at the bottom part, rip it off. When you're done filling out this evaluation, you can, as you're on your way out, just set it on the table. What I'm going to share with you, you can call it a bonus, you can call it an offer, you can call it a bribe. I'm having a workshop with my friend Terry Catino in April or May, and I'll offer you a discount. You can also have 20 minutes with me sometime this week or in the next couple weeks. We can talk on the phone, whether it's about sales, marketing, Toastmasters, whatever interests you, and that will be at no charge. If you give me your email address or phone number, you're not going to be put on a list, because evaluations are extremely important. My mentor in Toastmasters is Mr. Frank Suarez, and this is what he says about evaluations.
You know, an evaluation is like singing in the shower. You sound real good to yourself, but you really never know. And this is why it is so good to have Mr. Binder ask for an evaluation of his speech and ask for an evaluation of how well did he do. And so far, he's doing awesome.
Let's give Frank a hand. He's also driving my computer today. What we're looking at today is interviewing your customers, prospects, clients. But before we look at just really two parts of the sale, you have to look at all 7 steps of the sales, because sales is a process. Here's the money phrase that you should probably write down, and this is my definition of sales. Sales is the transfer of emotion from one person to another. Think about that. Sales is the transfer of emotion from one person to another. Think about when you go into a store and someone is so excited that you're coming to their store and they have that enthusiasm. That's something that you are, if you truly believe in your company, believe in your service, that you are going to exude that and pass on that emotion to your customer or client. Today we're looking at step 1 and 2 of the 7 steps of the process, and we'll get to that in 3 seconds. I would like you to repeat after me. We're going to say approach and qualify, and we're going to do this 3 times. Approach, qualify. Approach, qualify. Approach, qualify. Approach and qualify is really the foundation of the selling process. I was talking to an English gentleman last year, and he said, "Why don't you just cut to the chase? Let's just talk about closing deals. This other stuff is just rubbish." And I said, "Monty, when you build a house, do you put the roof on first?" "And it's totally absurd." And I said, "Well, think about it. If you're following a process, don't you have to do step by step by step? That's whether it's a selling process, it's whether you're baking a cake, building a house. It doesn't matter. It is a 7-step process. I'm going to quickly go through the 7 steps as if you were at a McDonald's restaurant. Think about it. They take you through a process. You pull up to the window. "Thank you for coming to McDonald's," the approach. They're qualifying you. "Would you like the McRib sandwich combo deal today?" So they're asking you questions. If you said, "Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be at McDonald's," you may say, "Well, I think I'm at the wrong place." But they're asking you questions. It happens very quickly. Agreement of need. They're trying to get to that point is, "What do you want? We know you're here. Thanks for being here. What do you want?" And you may say, "Yeah, I'll get that combo meal." And then they may say, to show value, "Well, I can biggie size that for only 99 cents. "Okay, I'll do that. You fill the need." "All right, that's what I want." They close the sale by saying, "It's $8.45, or they have it up on the screen. Please drive to the first window or the second window." At that point in time, as they start to close the sale, you're looking at that amount on the screen and maybe looking at your wallet saying, "I don't have enough money." Or you do have enough money. "Okay, let's go." Then they cement the relationship by saying, "Would you like ketchup with your fries?" And then they finally say, "Thanks for coming to McDonald's." So when you think about it, the process is everywhere, the sales process. And really, probably any fast food place you go to, most restaurants, when you think about how they approach you and then ask you questions. We go to a sit-down restaurant, they see you with 2 other people, party of 3. No, there's 1 other person coming. So they're always asking questions. They have a good approach, and then they're qualifying you. Today's focus, like I said, is step 1 and 2. Let's do this again. Approach, qualify. Approach, qualify. Approach, qualify. At today's breakfast, which is a very safe environment, what do? You walk up to somebody and say, "Hey Jay, how are you doing?"
Good, buddy.
Great. And you talk a little bit about your business. It's going to be different, obviously, when somebody thinks that you are approaching them, trying to sell them something or convince them of something, whether really it's another employee, because part of this process you can use for anything. Whether you're trying to convince your wife you should go golfing on Saturday, or whether you need that new shiny